Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Carolyn Foster and my YouTube channel is Chronicles of a Collective Soul. I am here to make a video for you, and over the past few months I've been reading a book called Letting Go, The Pathway to Surrender by Dr. David R. Hawkins. And it's a really good book, and my videos are usually recently about letting go and the mechanism of letting go of certain emotions, and helping us understand the way we feel, and also helping us to understand our anger. Like one of the negative emotions that we have is anger, and anger is connected to pride and stuff like that. So I think today I just want to touch on forgiveness as well, and I want to touch on those emotions that we need to let go of, because what happens is they inwardly project outwardly negative feelings and stuff. And there's just a lot, uh, that goes in it. So if we can learn to let go of those feelings and emotions, then we can grow. Let me see if I can give you some examples. I have a journal that I've been keeping. And as always, when we're going through personal growth, there's a lot of inner work that goes along with it, and there's a lot of resistance that we feel, when we're working through things and emotions, like a lot of resistance. Yeah. Well, I just kind of want to see if this video is actually going to be ticking up the volume, because I got a new microphone, and I also have a stand, but I don't have it with me. I left it at home, and I'm just kind of enjoying nature at the moment, because that's what I do. I go out into nature and sit here and ground and stuff. So I thought I'd have a video for you, but over the course of the day, I've had several things come up which would get me out of tune with what I want it to do. Sometimes things don't always go as planned. So I would like to say that I'm just grateful to be here, and if I can just provide some love and light, and that you are loved, and a lot of times we go ahead and isolate ourselves because of the judgments we have of others, or like the things that we've been through. It holds so much pain that we then isolate from others, and not want to trust. It like takes away trust. So the main purpose is to like let go of everything that's negative, and get down to the root cause of why you feel a certain way. And once you do that, I mean, and then like a lot of it is all tied to fear, because fear makes us angry. It's connected to pride and low self-esteem, and it also leads to hopelessness and self-worth issues and stuff like that. Some examples I would say would be for these emotions would be like anger is connected to pride, which would be like, say you judge people for how they have wronged you, then you're not going to want to be around them. But our inner thoughts are projected onto others, so they'll treat you the way you treat them, and how it's projected out. It's all in how we perceive everything. So it's also definitely a work in progress when you start to shift your belief systems and your attitude. I know what I wanted to tell you, and with fear, it weakens us strength-wise. An example is if you were to let go of fear and you completely relinquished it, you like decided in your belief system that you were no longer going to fear the outcome of a situation, you would feel so strong. There's like a test, a strength test. Like if you let go of it, before you let go of it, you'll feel weaker, and then like you push down on the hands, and then when you let go of it, if you do that same test, you would feel stronger. My example of letting go of fear was when this was back on New Year's Eve of 2011. I was hanging out with my daughter's dad, and I had decided that I was going to let go of all fear and protect him. And through the crazy things he was doing, like I suddenly got this burst of strength because I had let go of the fear of death, or like no matter what the outcome is, I was not afraid. So he was out of control and upset, and I was able to hold him down, a strong full-grown man, and like I wrestled a sword out of his hand with barely just a little nick on my finger, and I had actually like grabbed the sword like this, and not on the handle, like on the blade, and then I realized, and I took my hand off, and only my pinky finger had received just a little nick from the sword. But and that's an extreme example of letting go of fear and an example, but that actually did happen, and it's documented in the book. Well, my experience isn't documented in the book, but if you get the book by Dr. David R. Hawkins about letting go, and you read about fear and letting go. He talks about how when you let go of the things the negative emotions, that you become stronger, and says that there are strength tests that you can do to like see. So it's definitely a process that can help make your life healthier. And when you start letting go, the universe will give you situations that will trigger emotions. And then you'll like find out, like you'll have to face things that you're dealing with, like why you're isolated from people, why you don't want to trust others, because it's triggering that, because you're trying to let go of the judgments. When you're judgmental, it's because somebody has wronged you in the past. They did something that you didn't like, so now you have this judgment that makes you dislike them, and it's all within you. So these things will come up, and when they come up, you're going to ask yourself about the scenario and say, like, why, what is the worst case scenario, and what is the outcome? And then like when these negative emotions come up, that's when you choose to let them go and forgive. And by doing that, you're gonna like add life to your life, because holding on to anger and resistance of letting go, that like prematurely ages you. Have you ever wondered why the president goes in with a full head of black or brown hair and he comes out gray? Is because he has so much stress that he's dealing with, and it ages him, because he's holding on to all this stuff, that these issues and problems that he has to handle. And it's the same for us, us in everyday life. When you hold on to your past traumas and stuff, they will age you. You will get diseases, ailments, cold, sickness. Another thing that I wanted to let you know is that our minds control how our bodies react. So whatever you're thinking in your head, the belief systems, whether or not they're conscious or subconscious, like they're in there. So the thing that we have to do when we're letting go is even like tap into the subconscious belief systems that we've been conditioned and raised a certain way. So we may not be aware of all of the belief systems that we have that are making us sick, because when you're holding on to the negative emotions, they're manifested with illnesses and with different things like your headaches, your neck tension, your intestinal binding that makes you constipated. I never really believed this when a gynecologist told me, it's all in your intestines. It's tension, it's stress, it goes down there. That's why it creates constipation. But now I believe and receive that is the truth. And it's up to you to decide and believe what you want to believe as the truth. And if you're seeking for the truth, then the truth will find you, and you'll know that it's the truth. Don't take what I'm saying as the truth. Find out for yourself, because each person's perception is different. So what is the truth for me may not be the truth for you. And if you let go of resistance, you will see that things will get better. It does for me. And sometimes it's really hard to face like those hard decisions, those hard moments when you have like emotions, or someone angry at you because of something you did, like, for example, and and if you're still learning, you still might end up saying something hurtful, but that's all right. It's not all right, but it's all right, because you know that you have to let go of that in order to grow. As part of the growing process, um, and that's the message that I want to get through today. It's about letting go, and I am pretty much like through a lot of the book, but I am definitely going to read this book through again. I am on chapter, let's see, what chapter am I on? Chapter 18, about relationships. And it goes in and talks about the negative feelings and the anger, and like the things that people would say to you if they were angry, like they might hope you die or something like that, or it might come out and they might try to manipulate you or whatever. But we have to surrender these feelings, because those feelings, they're a reflection of what's going on within you. So when we get to understand this, that's when we start transforming. And I'll tell you, I'm still definitely a work in progress, and I have goals and dreams and stuff like that. And if I can just maybe be an influence on the world and add value to others, that's my mission, is to show love. In order for me to show love, I have to drop judgmental feelings and learn to just love unconditionally, regardless of the outcome or what someone has done to me, to forgive those who have wronged me. And that way I can go ahead and leave an impact on the world. And even like saying that you want to leave an impact on the world, you know, knowing that and desiring that, that could push people away, you know, and you don't want to be filled with pride. And so in the humblest way, I want to let you know that I'm making this video so that you can benefit and learn and grow with me. And stuff. And I am going to consistently come back and make videos. I'm getting another book. I'm going to be reading this book over again, because in my journals, I go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and like be able to actually break it down and verbalize it to you in a way that you're going to understand. And I'm going to let the universe guide me. I'm going to let my divine spirit guides channel through and like give you words of hope and wisdom, using me as an instrument for you. And I also learned that, you know, actions are what people look at. Like, they speak louder than words. So to show you love and to show you forgiveness would be better than telling you, and to show you inspiration. So, you know, whatever it is you're going through, you just hang in there and know that you are not alone. And to those that I have wronged, I want to say I am sorry. And for the judging, for anything judgmental within that I have, that I'm working through, I'm a work in progress. And when we learn, we're able to share our growth with you. So if you'd like to come along on my journey of growth, personal growth and spirituality, you can go ahead and subscribe or like my video. And even if you don't like it, you know, I've learned that like the negative comments, they are a reflection of something that we need in our life to work on. Like maybe it might not be a negative comment, but we may not like what it says. Why? Ask yourself why. Why is it a trigger? What triggered you to feel that way? And those are things that I definitely am working on, and stuff like that. If I could just let you know that and say that I know that I am not perfect, and that there are things that I'm working through in order to shine the light for you. And I will continue to stay consistent. Again, my name is Carolyn Foster, and my channel is Chronicles of a Collective Soul. You can look at my videos, and if you feel like someone needs to hear the message that I have to share, then go ahead and share it with them as well. Because we all need to stand together and as one and connected. We are connected to each other in the universe as a collective. So with that, I leave you with love, light, and peace. Keep up the great work. You're doing a great job. I'll see you in the next video.